штуку. Опять? Блин, я что, помню прям таки все, что там надо нам. А, вот это. Нет. Да, це воно.
But the truth is, and those spaces with no, so people incorrect answer. Now, how did you conclude that the?
Потому что она.
Oh, okay. Those dream control, but is stealing everyone's dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're, in other words, dream. So, in other words. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think the real story is that the sages from the Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for a...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in their disembodied consciousness is placed in. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another. So, this is like a dream factory. Very good, Paimon. Using an. Okay. So that beep we. Alright, last question. So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last. That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you as a... Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect... Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions. Firstly, the stream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already... Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from Earth. That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. So whenever they wake up in this... That reminds Paimon! Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia... Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendril can a person gain the Dendril element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's Festival Samsara. Well, you asked me this question before. My answer was, it would... Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short... Can humans really keep dreaming? You might say your mental fatigue, especially those whose health is compromised to be... People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows it... I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Even you don't know the reason? The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time. No matter... Traveler, do you have any information?
Grand Sage said, go...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying, after we end the Sub-Zero's Festival Samsara, we... How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their arc? In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun. A sun and a moon?
Так.
Oh, we're out of time today. I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Такс.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say... Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good. I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. Did Dunyarzad
смысле?
already disappear? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting. Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? She's actually something like a puppet, but not... The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building. But personality-wise, she's... Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, you know, speaking of which, the Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all. Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. I'm not Don't be like that, Nahida! To prevent more tragedies like this, we must... Great, but... Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can... That means this dream belongs to a host who created it. Huh? So, well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their conscience, which means, with the power of imagination... Imagination? What do you... Imagination means breaking through what you... Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you? However, if you're the dream will respond... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many... Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream... How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, after all, like you said... It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. As for... Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams? Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Paimon's still a She was such a good person. Was such a Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad, but... We mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Paimon's wondering. Do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Huh. That's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris the... Let's go ask him some...
Такс.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just,
An experiment? That...
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new...
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. Okay. My wish. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down. She just doesn't seem like... I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers...
So, you have...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh! You're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see it.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her.
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Такс.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Anyway, watch yourself.
Такс.
So you got yourself some backup.
That's close enough. A new punching Freeze.
Так, давно я не сражалась здесь.
Steady as stone. Windblade.
Oh, so sorry. Ha!
Windblade.
Cool it.
Leave it all to me.
Такс.
Ah! Ha! 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 Freeze.
Такс.
Ha! Dodge this. Ha! Ah!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Такс.
You're toast. Windblade.
Freeze. Ha! 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 Ah!
Такс.
Ha! Ha! This moment will be frozen in time.
Так, ага. Все.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both.
Так,
Dunyarzad wouldn't want to
сейчас, one
see you two
second.
like this.
Ага, все.
And speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the... Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still...
Такс.
This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without... Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Такс. Сейчас, one second. Потому что я понимаю, что тут со штука, что вам не будет ничего слышно. Нет, вам не будет видно чисто.
Should we open it?
Такс. Вот сейчас я и хочу узнать по поводу какого фига интернет такой плохой. Я интернет с телефона отключила, так что не может быть вот этого. Ну ладно, спустя почти 16 дней я наконец смогла дописать эти... Так, ну давай, сникай. Заметки. Как раз накануне не могу сказать это слово. Как только фестиваль закончится, вы с Паймон, вероятно, продолжите свое путешествие, поэтому я надеялась, что успею передать их вам. Это сборник народных легенд о малой властительнице Кусанали, который я составила, расспрашивая жителей Сумеру во время подготовки к фестивалю. Я просила ему людей, но очень немногим известно хоть что-нибудь о малой властительнице Кусанали. Надеюсь, эта история поможет вам найти малую властительницу Кусанали. Однажды записи с народными легендами, дополнительными комментариями, друзья густо усеивают каждую страницу. Я поняла.
Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Even though she was also busy preparing for this, she must have wanted to give this to us. If we hadn't found this book, but now that we know, we can't even think. Hey, where are you off to?
Такс. Как вариант, можно сразу поговорить и с этой куклой. Возможно, это сон куклы даже, скорее всего, я так думаю. Ну или в ней можно зараз пытать, чей это сон. Вот и все. Такс. И что тут? Ага.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
Угу.
Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
Так, стоп, вона нам показує. Ага. Нам вже показують, куди ми ходили, хто до нас підходив, походу. Ай, ну это просто воспоминания, типа. Но. Ага.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how
Так, ага, вот в чем весь прикол. И возможно так, что это сон даже этой. Я поняла, чей это сон, возможно. А вы подумайте сами теперь, чей это возможен сон. Кто мечтал про этот день, о том, как он исполнит танец? Ну вот, идем узнавать теперь правду. Угу.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
Такс.
Traveler? You don't have to.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get a. Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
Угу.
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, so they're just What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that.
Угу.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the one. But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the god? Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting.
Угу.
Hey!
Ага, я так и знала.
So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, it's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu is. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it. But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to be. How should we make Nilu? Am I dreaming? Huh? So I'm right. Is this wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right? Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like. Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. The Dendro Archon smiled. His wife, lying next to him, said, You're off to search for the Dendro. In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon. Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story. I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
Угу. И ей нужно было станцевать, и только потом сон закончится, насколько я поняла.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zerus.
Угу.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Угу. То есть, что сталось? Подождите. Ну, по идее, закончилось, да, таки что и как сталось, ну, что после. Такс. А ну-ка, ну-ка.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the... Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was... the Sub-Zero Fest! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
Так, 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 так. Ну.
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What?
Так, а ну-ка, ну-ка. Угу.
Well done, traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunarzad, for organizing...
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunarzad!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I have something amazing. I just had a dream.
Угу. Все, закончилось. Мы теперь можем взять задания, повязанные с Тенхи, типа.
Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
Угу.
Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the traveler's favorite bin?
Угу. Так, ого. Я поняла, что это. Мы потом, да, это для дендро какого-то персонажа у нас есть флакончик. То есть мы кого-то сможем улучшить. У нас дендро. Потом я посмотрю, кто именно дендро. У нас Куки, наскільки я знаю, дендро. Или вона електро. Вона дендро, вроде бы як, да. Да, ладно, Дендра. И кто-то еще. І Галії, кажется, у мене есть. Я ж не ее играла, так что мне надо ее будет как-то... Я даже не знаю, кого с них улучшать.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such... After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it... So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end! Not a... Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. Both are fine. Everyone reacts... Alright. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful... At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious. You also heard someone's voice, right? It said war... Yeah! So you do know! It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought of the Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of... Okay, so what does the message... I still haven't managed to decipher it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the but I believe this is the key to saving... So the tree and the vision... But even if you... The traveler wasn't affected after... No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other facts. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's... To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium. How did you do that? Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're... The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in... That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found me. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of... However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me. So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How? In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata and I... Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you. Thank you for the kind words. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom, and enlighten. There's never been any big problems with the Academy. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation could have become... I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. I think they're deliberately trying... Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainari to... Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have... You mean how... Yeah, it's been It's not that no one noticed. It's misdirect. The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom, even if the truth is with their propaganda in besides. Greater... Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't go and get some sleep. What a relief.
Traveler?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime.
Все, мы выконали задание. А теперь я хочу повыконывать... Не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Так, стоп. Не спешите. Не треба виконати ці задання, наприклад. А где задания оці? А, ось вони. Хух. Доставка еды. Мне доступно, в принципе, уже задание этих. Сейчас скажу. Блин, у меня нету даже ключа. А я так хотела открыть. Да, мне стало доступно. Стоп, Нилу стало доступно еще плюс. Ага. Я поняла. Ну, пошлите получать ключик для начала. Точнее, хотя бы 4 задания эти выконайте. Где оно все? Мне надо еду ж приготовить еще плюс, потому что за то время, что мы играли в сумерку, типа задания эти проходили, у нас не было время даже посражаться. То есть я даже подзабыла, как в это сражаться. Но для этого надо еще еду принести. Короче, дофига и куча многого. Я предлагаю зараз еду забрать вот тут в Катерине этой. Для начала. Экспедиции. Такс. А, тут нету, я поняла. И на зум это важнее, поэтому идет Саха. Тут у нас... О. Вот так вот. И мне надо приготовить покушать хоть щось. Сейчас я тут посмотрю, что тут можно приготовить такого, чтобы не слишком... О! Вот это то, что мне и надобно. Так, паста. Ну, хотя бы так уже. Уже 3, отлично. Мисо-суп сделать надобно. Потому что він нам, если что, вдруг поможет хоть как-то. И предлагаю... Не, перчик я не буду використовувати пока вместе. Я предлагаю просто чисто... О, цыпленок. Все. Я приготовила достаточно еды, в принципе. Так что все, давайте возьмемся за задание. А, я ж могу тут заказать еду с разом. Отлично. А мука нужна. И сахар нужен. Так, все. Теперь пытаем еще по поводу задания. Угу. Так, миссия. В смысле? Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Так, стоять. Ванеза или... Ага. Так, я вижу вот это задание. Так, стоп, у нас доставка еды. Блин, я не то выбрала, походу. Я не то выбрала. Блин, я потеряла время дофига просто. Ну, в смысле? Ну ладно. А, вот тут. Такс. Ох. Ну и это тоже вроде бы не заказывал. Да. Все. Так я вижу там оці грибочки. Ми зараз виконаємо задання, оці всі 4 штуки. І я піду сражатися із водянким. Типа з водою нам надо буде. Так, грибочек есть. Отлично. Если вдруг грибов буде маловато, я просто піду, как бы, и... Как сказать... Просто піду і возьму оці грибочки тут, как бы... Так же удобней. Тем более, пока мы тут. Можно хотя бы по домам собрать эти грибочки. Угу. Ух ты. Вот тут грибочек. И вот там еще грибочек. Так, ну 3 грибочка мы собрали. Так что отправляемся опять в город. А ну-ка. Все, так получили. А новое? Давайте подивимося изначально, что вот тут у нас. О, уже 9, отлично. Раньше максимум я достигала где-то уровня 5, это максимум, или вот до 4. Но чтобы вот так вот, жемчужный гимн и БП странника. Ага, мы не получим ни эти сундучки, не вот это вот, ну, уровень 20 аж. О, зато я получу на 10 вот эту синюю штуку. Надо посмотреть как раз таки, сколько у меня этих синих штук. Я помню, что тут на PlayStation у меня их дофига. 6. То, что я и казала. О, 1500. Надо еще... Блин, а теперь я вот думаю, Альбедо или... Вона у нас Хидро. Ага. А він у нас Гео. Вот я зараз и задумалась, потому что я знаю, что Альбедо він вроде бы сильный. Просто окружающий лотос Нилу. Я вот и думаю, не, пока не буду сильно рисковать. И я насобираю просто штук где-то 20 заранее. Так, чтобы было у меня штук 20 от этих. Все. А что тут требуется? Таинственный тестовый забег. Яшмовый путь. О, одна есть, отлично. А, то есть, стоп. 7 дней надо заходить. Ой, 5 штук аж получу. Вообще зашибись. Там 2, там еще 2. Так, 1, 2, 2, это уже 5. Плюс 5, 10. За 7 дней я получу 10 штук. В принципе. Так что я можу... Ух ты. А, я можу открыть... А тут надо 3 ключа, чтобы открыть. Начать задание Легенд Нилу. Типа это предлагают вот так вот. Вечный дракон. Нет, спасибо. Так, я тут могу 20 получить. Тут тоже 20. Ага, и тут 6. Но это пока подождет. Я сейчас выполняю задания. Вот эти вот обычные, ежедневные. Так, one second. Я сейчас попью воды и продолжим. Так, идем туда, куда нам показывают. А то тут не так уж и далеко. А что там? Там башня. Давайте сейчас эти мы как-то обойдем их. Потому что я понимаю, что сейчас он... Так, продолжаем. Так, что тут у нас? Ага. Тут у нас тропинка. Нам надо на эту горку зайти как-то. Мне просто, чтобы было удобнее, потому что у меня нету лучников нормальных. То есть, тем более лучникам и дуже сложно их потом сбывать еще, этих или шипури с башень. Если бы на эту башню можно было бы залезть нормально. Да блин, я хотела... Такс. Так. 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 Ти чого тут буяниш на мене? Ишь ты какой. Так. Ну и мене это не колыш и не останови. Я ж казала. Такс. О, это уже більш-менш нормально. Такс. Мінус іще один. Такс. Все, победили. Так, что еще тут? А нам что, открыли задание еще одно какое-то? Тут задание легенд. Мы это знаем. Я же сказала, что если просто не будет... Ага. Набор преград до 30. Вот оно что. Так, ну давайте. Угу. Блин. Страж Руи, я поняла. Блин. Я залезла там, где вот все чуваки просто сидят. Так. Все, нету цветочка. Вот так вот. Стоп. Такс. Такс.
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Так. Вот так вот.
Freeze. What's the hurry?
Time to clean up.
Такс.
Someone needs
Тамблинский, блин.
steady as stone.
Ну, беги, беги за мной, давай. Ты уже все, ты сейчас выдохнешься. Да, так и знала.
Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Так.
Freeze.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Cool it.
Windblade.
Так.
Get them.
Freeze.
Так. Все, одолели. Кто еще остался? После пиротехники. Такс. Так, где там вонные? Ага.
Dodge this.
Nice and spicy.
Такс.
Prepare to be blown away.
Такс.
Booba, get them.
Такс.
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it.
Такс.
Leave it all to me.
Так, что еще тут остался у нас?
Freeze. Cool it.
Так,
Nice and spicy. I must leave no.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
простите.
Windblade.
Так. И последнее задание мы выполнили, все. Такс. Да, не персонажи мне нужны. Мне карта нужна. Так, и получаем награду. Вот Илья. И спокойно проходим далее по сюжетке. Угу. Ну, полчаса у нас есть, чтобы хоть немножко вот это пройтись.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing.
Угу. По идее, сейчас у нас должно быть 1600 уже. Да, 1600 есть. То есть, если вдруг у нас получится так, что у нас не выйдет... Ну, как бы, я за 7 дней, у нас есть 16 как раз таки, чтобы выпал Альбедо у нас, потому что Нилу, ну, у меня Хидру и так уже как бы многовато. Плюс не факт, что, ну, типа Хидры мне не особо надо много. У меня мне надо головне, чтобы был хилер, то есть тот, кто будет лечить, как бы. А вот если бы еще бы узнать по поводу данного персонажа хоть что-нибудь, чтобы была уже сразу информация про него, а так смысла нету. Можно, конечно, попытаться, в принципе. 1400 надо, ага. Ну, я не знаю. Потому что я сейчас потрачу, и у меня еще 200 будет. То есть я смогу купить, и если вдруг что, типа вот эту штуку себе, как бы последнюю. Но нет, лучше я насобираю 2 прокрутки. А что там у нас? Галерея. Так, почта. Ага, хакерская курятина, пиляющий цветок. Синьянь. Угу. Так, все. И еще плюс достижения у меня есть. Ух ты ж ее.